In this session, we will see the concept of closure of a set of attributes, and we will use this GATE 2006 question as a running example. So, let us see, suppose you have been given a set of attributes like C, comma F. I will write it down as a set. So, CF is nothing but a set of attributes. Now, we will check what other attributes can be obtained from the attributes C and F. Okay, and given the set of FDs, for example, C will give you the value of G. Okay, so what we can say, from CF you can always obtain the value of C, you can always obtain the value of F. Okay, because CF will always give you the value of CF, or the FD CF gives CF will always hold by the reflexive rule. Then if you check the FDs one by one, it is AB, AF, DE, C. So C is already available with us. So C will give you the value of G. So from C you can also obtain the value of G. Now from F you can obtain the value of E. F is also available. So F will give you the value of E. And from G you can obtain the value of A. So G was not initially available, but later on we found G with the help of C. So what can be said, that C gave us the value of G, and now G will give us the value of A. So this G was not present initially. We obtained the value of G from the value of C. But once you uniquely determine the value of G, you can uniquely determine the value of A also, and that's why from G we will obtain the value of A. Okay. Now let's try to see whether more attributes can be added to this set or not. And for that what we need, AB gives CD. So I mean, in order to apply this FD, we need the attributes A as well as B. However, attribute A is available, but attribute B is not available, and therefore this particular FD will not be applicable. Then let us take the second FD, AF. Again, A is available, F is available, and from AF you will get the value of D. Okay, so what does that mean? That we can obtain one more attribute from the value of CF, and that attribute is nothing but D. Okay, and D was not obtained directly from CF, so it is C give the value of, okay, how we can check it? C will give the value of G, G will give the value of A, and then A and F together will give us the value of D, and that is how you discover D. So we have checked this FD, then DE produces F. This FD is applicable because D is available, E is available, and DE will give the value of F. However, F has already been added to the set and F was initially available. Then C will give the value of G, G has already been added, F will give the value of E, F will give the value of E, E has already been added, and G will give the value of A, G has already been added. Let's check once again whether any additional attribute can be added or not. So AB is not available, so this FD is out of question. AF will give the value of D, so AF will give the value of D, D has been added. DE will give the value of F, so DE will give the value of F, F has been added. C will give the value of G, G has been added. F gives E, E has been added, and G gives A has been added, and all these attributes are already available. And what does that mean? That the closure of CF consists of these 6 attributes: C, F, G, E, A, and D. Okay, no more attribute can be added to the attribute set, and this is how you calculate the closure of a set of attributes. So definition of the closure of an attribute set will be the attribute closure of a set X is the set of all the attributes which can be obtained from the given set of attributes. Okay, so the closure of CF will be calculated like this, and we stop here because we cannot add more attributes. You cannot add any 7th attribute to the given set, and that is why we need to stop here. So you go on adding the attributes till no more attributes can be added, and therefore we can see that option A, CF closure is equal to A, C, D, E, F, G. A, C, D, E, F, G is true. Let's check other options. B and G closure. So you start with the initial attributes, the given attributes, so B and G. BG can always be obtained from BG, and then let's check the FDs one by one. Now AB gives CD, this FD is not applicable because only B is available, A is not available. Again A is not available, F is not available, this FD is not applicable. DE, both the attributes are unavailable. C gives G, again C is unavailable, and F gives E, F is not available, G gives A, G is available. So from G you can obtain the value of A. Let's check the FDs again because we need to stop only when the attributes cannot be added. So right now we have got a new attribute A, and you can see that the FD which was not applicable before becomes applicable now, because initially the attribute B was not available, attribute A was not available, but now attribute A is available, and therefore entire left hand side is available. This FD is applicable and the entire right hand side can be discovered. So from A and B you can obtain the value of C and D. Okay. Now again AF is not applicable because of unavailability of F. DE again not available, E is not available. C will give the value of G, but G is already available. F gives the value of E, but F is not available, and G gives the value of A. So A has already been added to the attribute set. Now before we stop, we need to make sure that no other attribute can be added to the given set of attributes. But how will you make sure that no more attribute can be added? So before you stop, you check all the FDs again. So AB has already been applied. We obtained CD from AB. AF is not applicable, and why I am saying not applicable? Because all the attributes on the left hand side are not available, that's why that FD is not applicable. DE not applicable. C gives G is applied, that's why we obtained G. F gives E not applicable because F is not available, and G gives A has already been applied, and that's why the set is complete here, and the closure of BG will consist of 5 attributes, that is A, B, C, D, G. So BG closure is equal to A, B, C, D, G is again true. Let's check option C. Start with AF. So closure of AF will initially consist of A and F. Now AF will give the value of D. Okay. Then F will give the value of E. Now let's check all the attributes. Okay, DE will give the value of F, but F is already available. Now we will check from the beginning. AB is not applicable. AF will give the value of D, it is already present. DE will give the value of F, already present. C will give the value of G, but C is not available. F gives G. Okay, so from F we can obtain the value of G, and finally G will give the value of A, so A is already available, and that's why the closure of AF will consist of these 5 attributes A, F, D, E and G. However, if you check the option, they are saying AF closure is equal to A, C, D, E, F, G. However, C is not present in the closure of AF, and that's why this particular option becomes false. And finally check option D. So begin with the attributes A and B. From AB you will get the value of CD. Okay. Now AF is not applicable, DE is not applicable because E is not available. C will give the value of G, so let's add G. Then F is not available and G is available. G gives the value of A, it has already been added, and that's why the closure of AB will consist of these 5 attributes A, B, C, D and G. However, here they are writing down A, B, C, D, F, G. One attribute is additional, and that additional attribute present here is F. F cannot be obtained from the closure of A and B, and that's why this particular option is again false. So 2 options are false and 2 options are true. I hope you are clear with the concept of attribute closures. You start with the given attributes and see what all attributes can be derived from the given attributes. Okay, and if all attributes are on the left hand side are available, then and then only you can add the attributes on the right hand side. Otherwise that particular FD cannot be used, the attributes on the right hand side cannot be added. That's it. Thank you.